Hello, hello. How are you? You're muted.
There we go. I thought I had muted myself. I moved too fast. There we go.
Oh, let me change my. I always forget to change my background.
Yeah, I was
Let
doing
me
that
fix
while I was waiting.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, I'm going to let everyone in if you're ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what to do. You know how to do it. All right, here we go. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Look at all these beautiful faces and smiles. Yes. Woo-hoo. Hello, Abby, Alyssa. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Abigail. Thank you for coming tonight. Jen, are you feeling better? There's Kathy. There's a few others that we're waiting on, but you know what? It's 6:01, so we are getting started. Let's heat up that chat with all your important information, your blood type, how much money is in your bank account. Go ahead and leave your credit card number as well.
Wow.
Why not? Why not? So yeah, let's go ahead and get your email in there, your contact information, how you want people to reach out to you, connect with you. It's frustrating when you're trying to find someone and you don't spell their name exactly the way Facebook wants you to, or LinkedIn, and then you can't find them, and then it gets frustrating. So don't let people have to hunt you down. So yes. All right, Abby, is Dara on her way? Do you know? No. Okay, that's fine.
No, she's in too much pain, so she went to bed.
Yes, good. That's a good place to be when you're not feeling well. Yes, absolutely. All right. While you girls are doing that, we are going to go ahead and go around the room and introduce ourselves to each other, about 20 seconds. Your name and company name, one thing about you and one thing about your company, what you do or who you serve, how you serve them. And we are going to start with Abby. Let's put Abby on the spot first.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm Abby Bassey Cripps, and I'm the owner of Tech Assist and the Computer Angel. And one thing about my business, I love having patients to solve people's problems.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. And I can see that we are warming up the chat. We are going to go to Teresa and then we will go to Jen. Come on down, Teresa.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I'm sorry about that. Somebody opening the front door. I'm launching my new business as a codependent recovery coach. I'm also help families. I don't know if they're trying to navigate what to do to get services or help for their loved one with autism from preschool till after high school, and get services. I can help you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. All right, we will go to Jen and then Kathy.
Hey, yeah, so I am better. I was sick last week, girls, so sorry. So I'm still like recovering. So I'm like, do I really want to put on makeup? So I'm sorry. You all would be worth it. But I have runny eyes. So I have Borsa Investments. I am a real estate syndication and acquisition company. So we give busy professionals the opportunity to own real estate without being landlords.
Beautiful, beautiful, Jen. Kathy, then we'll go to Alyssa.
Alrighty. I work with business leaders who want to shift the vision of their managers to a leadership lens, transitioning their managers into bosses who people actually want to work for.
Beautiful. And Alyssa, then we'll go to Abigail.
I love what Kathy said. That's really awesome.
Yes.
I honestly, just a side note, I think it's crucial because I was actually just having this conversation today with somebody at work. I've literally worked corporate jobs except for one since I graduated college in 2015, and I get frustrated because to me, I think leadership is a crucial part of any organization. And I've seen very poor leadership in every single, I'm not saying I'm totally an expert, but I've seen very poor examples of it in every single job. And we actually just had somebody let go, and like it still hasn't been formally addressed, and like just a very weird way to navigate stuff. And I think that like when you get in these corporate settings, I think people tend to be very like secretive, and like everything's like, you know, can't be talked about. I'm like, I get it, but you also should be giving people the courtesy of like knowing what's going on in their organization. But side note, I think that's crucial. So anyway, I am Alyssa, and I don't have a coaching business yet, but it's coming. And what I do right now, LaDonna does know, but I sell non-toxic clean burning candles. It's Mia Bella, if you've ever heard of them. Some people have, some people haven't. But the difference is that they're made from palm wax. So it's not your typical wax that's going to cause your lungs to get contaminated or your walls to get the black soot. Most people do not know that. So when they find out, they're like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, Alyssa. Thank you. Abigail.
I'm Abigail Tiefenthaler, co-founder of Savvy Sales Strategy. We work with coaches, speakers, and consultants, and we provide support a number of ways. But one of the things that I'm focusing on right now is a new community that offers real connections, meaningful conversations, and an engaged community. And that's the Collaborators Collective. It's a free Facebook group it's a free group on Facebook. And we are building it, and we just had our first networking thing today. So we're really excited about launching it. It is a new way of looking at networking groups of Facebook communities.
Beautiful. And did you put the information in the chat so we could check
I did.
it out? Beautiful. Thank you, Abigail. We are a community that's always looking to spread our wings and help each other out, and, you know, just learn more about our businesses. I am LaDonna McAbee. I'm your host tonight, and I love to help other business owners really learn how to connect, network, and collaborate with the right people for them and their business. I can help you start a business, stay in business, no matter how long you've been in business, become stronger, build a stronger foundation for your business. And then we have a couple others coming in. Jocelyne is our guest speaker tonight. I'm very excited about her coming in and speaking. With that said, I'm going to go ahead. There is Sherry and Tamara. We'll let them introduce themselves real quick. 20 seconds, girls. Your name of you, your business, and what you do. Sherry, then we'll go to Tamara.
Thank you. Sorry, I was in the waiting room for like 4 minutes. No worries. I was like, I just messaged you and said, is it right now? I'm in a different time zone, so forgive me.
Yes.
Gary Leopold, CEO of Option Creators. I help you stand up and stand out as the unrepeatable miracle that you are. And I do that through my Wow Warrior television show and my Wow Warrior magazine. It's my honor to help you go farther, faster.
All right, Tamara.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Tamara Patrick. My business is called Just For You Life Brigade, life coaching for restarting you. I give purpose, motivation, and direction to soldiers that are transitioning out of this military, or to veterans that need help restarting their life. Because when you get out of the military, it's not quite as easy. So that's what I do.
Beautiful, Tamara. Thank you so much. All right, Jocelyne, you have the next 25-ish minutes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, LaDonna. My name is Jocelyne Bilodeau, and I'm a transformational coach as well as Karuna Reiki master. And this evening, I wanted to talk more about energy, a little bit about Reiki, and I'm going to walk everybody through a chakra clearing. a little experience just to set you fresh for, you know, the holidays. And this is something that you can probably do on your own as well if you felt guided to do so afterwards. So, a little bit more about me. I worked in as a child and youth worker for about 28 years. So I worked in the professional helping field, right? Giving a lot of myself all the time and not really realizing that I was an empath. And I was picking up on a lot of other people's energies around me. And maybe you guys have felt this as well, where you're in, you know, a crowded room or you're out at the mall and you just feel the energy around you, right? And then you go home and you're like, oh, why do I feel off? Like, what's going on, right? And we are not consciously aware of it, that the energy around us is actually sticking to us as well. If we're not protecting our own energy, we can actually pick up on other people's energy around us. And we're not, like I said, not consciously aware of it. And when we're not clearing our energy, it can actually show up in our bodies. So I'm going to just go over a little bit about the chakra system. We all know of the 7 main chakras. Like there's many more chakras. And as a healer, you dive a little bit deeper into the other chakras that help, as a healer, me able to help other people heal at a deeper level. So the 7 main chakras start with your root chakra, and that's based at the end of your spine near your tailbone. And your root chakra really is about your stability in life, right? It has to do with your spine, the lower spine, your bladder, your lower back, your bowels. It can even extend down to your feet and your knees. So when we're not clearing that energy at the root chakra, it can show up in our lower extremities. So our foot can be bothering us for a little bit and not necessarily realize what's wrong with it, right? We go to the doctor. I had a foot that was bothering me for about 6 months. I had it x-rayed, I had it, you know, massaged, I had it, all these things, and nothing else was wrong with it physically. Doctor said, clean bill of health, nothing is wrong, right? But I was carrying a lot. My husband wasn't working full time. I was carrying that weight, right? That has to do with my financial security in life as well, right? So it shows up in our bodies when we're not releasing it. So my foot then started to get better once I recognized the energy that I was holding in my body. And once I moved it and cleared it, my foot started to feel a little bit better. Right. So recognizing what it is that's going on in our lives and where it's showing up in our bodies. So a lot of the root chakra comes from like our stability, our, you know, our income, how things are going in our lives at home with our children, right? When things are going up and awry with my kids, I feel it. You know, I start to get a little bit of lower back, you know, pain, or I'm in the bathroom a little bit more often than I'd like to be, right? Those types of things, because things are moving. The energy is moving through us, right? And when you bring that energy up to our sacral chakra, which is our creativity, right? That's our sexual orientation, how we feel about ourselves, how we interact with other people around us. And that's where we get our creativity, right? And as women, that's where we create from. We birth our children from that, right? And as women, we hold our emotions there, right? It's all in our intestines. So when we, you know, that's where it's going to hold our intestines, our spleen, our liver, and that's where we're going to feel it. And in our middle of our back, right? That's where it's going to show up if we're not releasing the energy or the things that are happening in our lives, right? And how we see, like if we have a fight with a significant other, right? It's going to show up in our body if we're not releasing that. Right. And it's gonna come in as forms of cramps, or something is not going to feel right. You're going to feel sick to your stomach. Right. That's where that energy sits in our bodies. And then when we go up to our solar plexus, that's our personal power, how we see ourselves, our self-esteem. Right. So if we're not feeling good about ourselves, we're going to not feel good in our stomach. We might feel nauseous. We might get ulcers. Right. I experienced ulcers at a very young age. I was in grade 11, not able to express my emotions. Growing up as a child, it was frowned upon, right? In my generation, you weren't allowed to. Oh, be the good girl, don't cry, go, you're okay, right? Well, when you shut down your emotions so much, it has to come out somewhere, right? And for me, it showed up in my body where I was getting ulcers. And that was when I was really, really young. Knowing what I know now, right? I could have, I can process those things a lot easier, right? I don't hold those emotions, so it's not going to eat away at my body, right? So releasing those really helped me move forward and even correct those problems I had, right? Getting sick from ulcers caused problems in my physical body. Now using Reiki and different mindset tools, I'm able to now clear that, and it's not showing up in my body anymore, right? And I used to have acid reflux really bad. I don't think I've had heartburn in probably a year and a half now, because I'm doing that regular self healings, or if I can't do it, I'm reaching out to my people, right? So it's a continuous journey, right? And then when you bring that energy up to your heart chakra, right? This is where, we have that love towards others and are also towards ourselves, right? And us women, we tend to give more of ourselves than we actually give to ourselves, right? And this was a lot of reprogramming for myself, having 3 small children too, not realizing I was empty at the end of the day, and then getting angry and becoming somebody that I didn't like to become, because I was resentful at that point because I wasn't giving myself that love. So my heart chakra was, definitely neglected right before I started on my journey. And it's bringing that energy back to yourself and moving that energy, and you are going to attract what you give as well, right? So the more love, light that you send out, that energy is then going to come back to you as well. And the heart chakra is very important because we need to give ourselves that self-love. And that's the first thing that we tend to forget, is to not give it to ourselves first. And that's very, very important, because that can, lead to other things. It can lead to high blood pressure. It can lead to chest pain. It can lead to anxiety, right? So using Reiki or any other forms of energy release can help move and shift that energy away from that center and allow for things to move more freely. And then when we come up to our throat chakra, right? And a lot of us women sometimes have a blocked throat chakra. Again, like going back from my childhood, shh, shh, shh. No, you can't say that when people shush you, right? We're actually blocking our throat chakra, right? Not realizing that it's hindering us, and that's when we end up with, a cough or a cold, or some people, it'll affect their thyroid eventually, right? All in the neck area, your esophagus, right? How you digest things, right, is all interconnected with your throat chakra and how that energy moves through. And then as we're going up, we have our third eye chakra, right? Our intuition, right? And this is also something sometimes that we're deterred to follow sometimes. People in our world sometimes are like, nah, that's not, keep going, or they push through your gut feeling. And then we no longer follow that intuition, right? If we're so quick, even with my children, if I'm so quick to jump on them and not let them figure it out, then they're not following their own intuition, their own internal guidance, right? It's talking it through them and allowing them to explore and trust themselves, right? I think we forget to trust ourselves along the way. And that's where our intuition really comes in. And that can show up, in our eyes too, when we're unwilling to see things, our own truth, right? When we're always blaming other things and not seeing our own actions or our own role to play in the situation and learn from it, right? And that's where the blockages can then come in our third eye chakra, as well as the crown, moving up to the crown. That's our, connection to something bigger than ourselves, right? And our connection to our higher self, where we get our own guidance, right? And this also can, if we have blockages, it can show up as headaches, migraines, right? And that's blocking us from seeing our truth as well, and our own insights, right? And there's a collective consciousness where we get ideas from, right? When we're meditating and connecting to source, whatever it is that you connect to when you meditate, you are receiving your own unique guidance, right? So opening up our crown chakra really allows the flow for that energy to come through us. And then it assists us in manifesting the things that we're wanting in our lives as well. And in light with this holiday season coming up as well, I know this in the States, I don't know, has Thanksgiving happened yet, or is it coming up? Is it, I'm not 100% sure, because us in Canada, it's already long past and gone. Right?
It's this week.
Is it this week? Right?
Thursday.
Oh,
Thursday.
nice, awesome. Right. So I know there's a lot of expectations on us, right? To show up a certain way for our friends, our family. And this also has to do with our boundaries, right? We forget and honor ourselves. We're so quick to say, oh, yes, yes, yes. And at the end of the day, we're all burnt out, right? So in order to protect our energy, we also have to set clear boundaries for ourselves, right? And something that I found that really helped me around the holidays was when a request was made of me, I would ask myself 3 questions. The first question would be, do I have it to give? And if that question was yes, I'd say, okay, how much do I have to give? And then I would say, okay, I have, 3 hours, or I can have 5 people over, right? And then it allows me then to go back to the person. Oh, sorry, I missed a question. Do I want to give it? That was another one. Do I want to give it? Do I have it to give? Yes. Do I want to give it? If that's a yes, then on what conditions? Okay, so if somebody says, can you bring a potato salad and a lasagna? Well, yes, I can bring food, and yes, I want to bring food, but I only have time to make a potato salad, right? So I would then go back to the person, this is all I have time for, and then it puts it on them. And then they're like, oh, yes, okay, potato salad, that's fine, that's perfect, I'll ask somebody else for the rest, right? So you're honoring yourself, your time, your energy, as well as you're also contributing, right? So you're also giving a little bit of yourself to the person or to whoever's asking that request of you, right? So you're honoring yourself, you're honoring them, and then you're not resenting anybody, right? And you're doing what you want to do, right? So I found that really helpful in setting little boundaries around the holidays when people are making requests of you, right? Because the holidays are about giving and sharing, right? But you also want to honor yourself. You don't want to be depleted and then resentful at the end of the day because you feel like you've been made, right, to do something that you don't want to do, right? And that's really important, especially for women, right? I think we forget about ourselves during the holidays as well, and then we end up depleted, and then we're left with nothing to give to anybody, right? So those, I think, that really, really important just to remember off the top of your head when you're being asked something, for the holidays. And I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of an experience here so that we can just clear things out. And it's also a little bit of a grounding. So it also will reconnect yourself to the earth, ground you, you'll feel centered, you'll feel aligned, and it helps you also distinguish what energy is yours and what energy is not yours. And then you're able to know, okay, well, then I don't want that energy. And you're able to deflect it a lot more easily than you would without being grounded. So this is something that you can do on your own as well. So I can walk everybody through a little experience here. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So just get comfortable. All right. And then I'm going to ask everybody to close your eyes because there's going to be a little bit of a visualization here as well. Perfect. Okay, so I'd like everybody just to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Just let it fill your whole body. Let it expand within you. And as you exhale, just let it all go. Even if you make a big sigh as you release, just let it all out. Even if your body drops. Good. And then we're going to take another big breath in through our nose. And then as we exhale, I want you to visualize tree roots coming out the bottom of your feet and your tailbone and going into the earth. And another big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale again, push those roots further down into the earth. And then again on this breath in, we're going to push those roots all the way down to the center of the earth. And as you come to the center of the earth, you're going to see your gem, your unique gem that is uniquely yours. It's going to be any color that you want it to be, and it's uniquely perfect to you. You're going to wrap these tree roots right around this crystal. And as you bring your breathing to its normal rhythm, we're going to breathe in and we're going to bring up this light from that crystal. You're going to bring it up to the bottom of your feet. And then on your next breath in, you're going to bring that light straight up to your root chakra, right at your tailbone. And that light is going to change to a bright red color. And see this beautiful red light circling your root chakra, clearing all of the stagnant energy, removing anything that's blocking you from moving forward. And then bring that light up to your sacral chakra. And you're going to change the color to an orange color, nice and bright, almost like an orange. You can almost smell the orange and you can almost taste it. That's how vibrant the orange is. And as it swirls and cleanses, it's purifying your sacral chakra, removing any stagnant energy as it clears and purifies. And again, we're going to breathe in and we're going to bring this light up to your solar plexus, your personal power. You're going to see this beautiful golden sun beaming its rays straight out from your solar plexus. It's beaming out and around you, out past your room, out past your house. The beautiful yellow light is just beaming with confidence as you soak in your personal power. And then you're going to bring that light straight up to your heart chakra. And it can be pink or green, whatever color aligns with you. And just see it as it swirls and it cleanses and purifies your heart chakra. And as it beams and radiates out towards the universe, as you send love, light into the world. And then bring that light straight up to your throat chakra as it's purifying and cleansing your throat chakra. It can be a dark blue from the sea or as bright blue of the sky. Whatever blue is calling to you, allow it to beam out from your throat chakra. Allow you to speak your truth. And as we bring this light up through your third eye, it can be a yellow, white, or a indigo color. Whatever comes to you, allow it to spin and clear away all the fogginess. Allow you to see your truth, connect with your intuition, and be aligned with what you need to see to move you forward on your path. And then bringing this light up to your crown chakra, where it's a violet color, allow it to clear away and spin and release any negative energies as it clears away and opens up to you to connect to source, your higher self, and receive the guidance that you need to move forward. And as you take another breath in, we're going to shoot this light straight up through your crown chakra. And I want it to go up and around, and you're going to create this great big bubble right around you of golden light. And again, take a breath in through your nose, shooting this light straight up the center of you, out through the top of your head, and right around into this big, beautiful bubble of protected energy. And we're going to seal this in so it lasts for the next day or two. I want you to imagine that you're blowing bubbles as a child, those summertime bubbles, and you're going to pick up your bubbles and you're going to blow these bubbles out. And as you blow them out, they're going to become the color of your favorite color, and they're going to cocoon around the already made bubble that you have made for yourself. This is now protecting your energy. It's going to be with you over the next day or so. And just take notice what you notice about your energy, and just feel how it feels in your bubble and how it might be different from what it was before. And then when you're ready, you open your eyes and come back into the room. This is something I don't do to this extent every day. I don't do the chakras, but I do bring the light through and I make my bubble every day. It's my grounding and my bubbling, and it allows me to go about my day noticing what's my energy and what somebody else's energy, and I'm not taking on other people's energy. And then it also is a cue whether I need to respond or not, right? Because sometimes you don't need to respond. It's the other person's energy, right? And you're able then to decipher what's yours and what's not. I'd like to really hear from people how that felt for them, and if you were able to notice your energy, if it's different now than it was before, and how that felt for you.
Who wants to start? Who felt any different? Did you feel anything? Abby, unmute, please.
Well, I go into meditation very easily now these days, and I felt a lot more peace. It's been a hectic day, and I felt a lot more peace from it, and I want to go to sleep.
It is peaceful, right? Yeah, because it's clearing, right? So whatever was coming up throughout the day and stuck to you, it's now released. So you're feeling a lot lighter, so that yes, you're rested. Go to sleep
Perfect.
now.
Perfect. A few more minutes, Abby, before you go to sleep, my love.
Yeah. 2 more minutes.
Anyone else? Anyone else feel anything? Anyone else have any
I
questions?
just want to tell you that I really enjoyed the whole thing
Oh, you're
until my
welcome.
dog came in right at the end and said, "Mom, I'm done." Yeah. But other than that, I really enjoyed it.
That's good.
Thank you,
Dogs are actually gravitated to Reiki energy. So
Yeah.
it's funny because whenever I do sessions, my dog's right beside me, like right beside me every time.
Did anyone else feel anything or have any questions?
I love your voice.
Thank you.
All right. No questions? Thank you, Jocelyne. So we
Welcome.
do have some time left, and I would like to find out, it is Thanksgiving week for us that live in the US, and I know the Canadians, we have a couple of them in the house. You already had your Thanksgiving, but we're all in a holiday season because all of us are going towards the Hanukkah or Christmas, whatever you serve during this time. So we're all in the holiday season, and we're all still trying to either build our business, get to that last stepping stone of the year or two stepping stones, or we're settled with what we've accomplished this year, but we're trying to still build out our new year coming up. So what questions, concerns, thoughts that maybe we can repel off of each other and try to help, because we do have some time left. So I would like to hear from each of us maybe what our thoughts are you still trying to get some things done for this year, or are you working on next year? What are some stumbling blocks you're coming up to? And I'm going to put Miss Sherry on the spot for this one to come first.
Thanks a bunch. Oh, you can see my husband back there.
Congrats, husband,
That's
on
my
your, on
stumbling
your
block. No,
money.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was cold.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, he got first place in a half marathon yesterday. So yay, that's what she was talking about, if you didn't know. Let's see. I'm actually doing both. So I'm working on getting a 12-month plan set, a full 12 months, because that's sometimes a challenge for me. Like to be a fly by the seat of my pants, and I'm working really hard to not have that be the case. But I do have things to finish up for this year. So I still have a magazine that's coming out December 30th. So there's a lot of editing and things going on with that. So I do have some pretty significant things that need to be finished up this year. Plus I'm looking to bring on some new columnists. So there's going to be some different moving parts. So I can't completely focus on next year, but I kind of have one foot in this year and one foot in next year. Did that answer your question?
Yes. So is there anything we can help you with? Are you still looking for articles in your magazine? Are you?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
And that's wonderful. Or if you want to be a share partner, maybe you're not the writer type or whatever, you can do that. Or if you'd prefer to be interviewed rather than writing, that's a way to get in the magazine too. So
All right.
yeah.
And see, Jen's
and
already putting out some information there for you. That's
Awesome.
what we're all about. It sounds like we all need to connect with Sherry, because we can all do something, right? We
I
can
would
all
love
do
that.
something to help Sherry out.
And she knows me. I will do what I can to help you as
Yes,
well.
absolutely. You get way more than what you ever bargained for when you talk with Sherry, up and above. Abby, what did you have to say?
Oh, I was just trying to be funny and add that I've already added my column.
I haven't done my article yet, Sherry, but I'll get it to you. I'm always one of those last.
Don't worry, I'll chase you.
It seems like.
Lovingly, I'll chase you, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for a columnist is different than a columnist has a regular recurring column, and usually is topic specific. So I know one of the people that I did is sort of a spiritual person, and she will not be coming back. So that is one of the areas that I'll be looking for. The person that did a lot of the educational stuff is not going to be returning. So I'll be looking for that, but I am open to really anything. I really would like, I'd like to have somebody in the financial aspect, whether it's on general things and investing. It's really geared a lot towards women.
You're just saying Jennifer Falone. That's what you're saying.
Well, there you go. Well, and so I'll put my my link. I got to go grab it to whatever to schedule so we can have a conversation about that, what that looks like. Just so you know, it's a quarterly magazine. It comes out. You have the opportunity as a columnist, though. You get 5 articles because we do have a special edition that is the Wow Mom Warrior, which is woman of worth, mover of mountains, because that's what moms do. Warrior. So that's a special issue. But I have a whole entire package put together that it is for the columnists. So that kind of requires a one-on-one, because I have to know that like you're all in with sharing, because it's really a collaborative effort that we help one another grow. So that's the main thing I'm looking for. So
awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Next I want to go to Kathy. Where are you at in finishing out 2023 and starting your 2024, Kathy?
Well, just trying to stay alive. No, just kidding. So this week is because I do a lot of events, better contract events too. So if you open the calendar, they just kind of book you. So this week is a slightly slower. So actually me and one of my good friends, we're doing we're not leaving town, but we're doing like a little 2 half-day retreats, like to work on our business, to brainstorm on our business together. So we're doing that tomorrow afternoon and Wednesday morning. Just kind of leveraging, all the people that tell us what we should be doing and then deciding what we're going to do for ourselves. So we're doing that next 2 days. And then I think for me, like my focus is to change the mix of business that I have, because I do a lot of contracting, which is not as lucrative, teaching other people's content, and other people provide the audiences, not as lucrative as finding my own. But it's finding a balance of time to do the prospecting and marketing for my own business, because it's really easy to let people just throw scraps of meat into the open cage that you're in and just
Yes.
eat what they throw at you and not leave the cage. So yeah, that's my analysis.
Absolutely. I love that. Throw the meat in. I love it.
Yeah.
Teresa, how about you? How does, where are you at in your 2023 and moving forward to 2024?
I'm just getting through the rest of the year because the year was not good. And I'd like to have a plan for all of next year. Like
Yes.
have a strategic plan as to what each month looks like.
We
Because right
can
now
get that
there's
together.
not,
Yes.
that doesn't even, I feel like that's necessary, and I don't even know what that looks like, but it has to be done. And if anybody, I'd never asked Abby directly, but because we're here, I'm just going to ask if anybody is knowledgeable with WordPress, because I have a website and I'm going nuts. I will learn. I like learning by doing. I want to do it myself. I'm very adamant on learning how to do it myself. I don't want anything done for me. I want to learn how to do it, because I'm going to be posting blogs. I just want to be able to put it up there, pictures, SEO. I want to do all that stuff on my own, but that would be nice if I could get some feedback, please. So
Abby, do you know WordPress?
Yes, I can
Okay.
guide you into getting it done yourself.
Perfect. See, there we are. That's what community is all about. Abby, since you're unmuted, go ahead. Where are you at in your 2023, 2024?
Well, I'm on track for my goal for 2023. Still got some time ahead of me to get there. And 2024, I plan to finally commit to getting a VA to help me.
Awesome. Awesome, Abby. Awesome. And if you need help finding one, let me know. You may already have someone in mind. I don't know, but Tamra, where are you at for your 2023 and 2024?
Well, I'm way far behind, but there is a but to that. Actually what I'm doing is I'm creating my calendar anyway, I am creating my calendar, but right now I'm trying to get my office up and running and ready to go, and still trying to switch over from mom getting out of the house, and but by January I want everything ready for next year. I want to hit January running. I am not even playing. I'm going to hit it running. So
You and
that's where we're
Teresa
going.
both. You and Teresa both. Gonna have to put those Nikes on. Start in. Just start doing. All right. How about you, Jocelyne?
Well, I'm working on for the rest of this year is basically my Reiki certifications coming up in December. I'm offering a level 1 and 2 Reiki certifications. So I'm working on that, as well as working on a series of free events because I want to start my group coaching program in the new year and have that set up so that it's coaching and Reiki, right? So it's setting up my calendar to offer like the free events that lead into the Reiki and then the events as well for my group coaching program. So
Awesome.
it's coordinating that calendar. So it should be interesting. I'm like, oh, yeah. So it's just being able to figure out how much time, right? I think that's where I get stuck too. It's like, okay, I'm offering like an intro to Reiki. Okay, well, how much time in between, do I do the next one and then that, right? And then so it's just figuring that out. So it should be
Perfect.
interesting.
Perfect. Well,
Mhm.
make sure you set up while you're here. Make sure you set up for your next appointment with me, and we'll talk about that a little bit more too.
Sounds good.
Jen, where are you at, my friend?
I am ready to be done with 2023. This was a shitty year. And I am just ready to I'm just done. So my year is done. Like there's nothing I can do to fix it at this point. So I am already planned my vacations. I'm spending my holiday stress-free with family, and I'm just gonna let God provide at this point. But our goals are, as a team, we've collaboratively or we've individually made our goals. Now we come together here in the next, probably not this week, next week, to do our team goals and like how do we implement our personal goals into the business goals, because our personal lives first. So anyway, we're getting ready to do that, and I'm booking my calendar for speaking, trying to do my new budget. I've ran through all my marketing money for 2023. So I'm just trying to plan, what 2024 looks like, and then how do I move my needle? Like what are things I know I need to do? So let's budget those things first, and then the rest will come. So that's where we're at.
Good plan. Good plan. And how about you, Abigail? Where are you at on your 2023 and 2024?
We're doing well. I mean, we did a shift earlier this year and decided to stop doing done for you services. We're focused again, Tammy's focused on the fractional sales. We had one of our closers closed a client today. So we were really excited about that. And the Collaborators Collective is my focus for the end of the year. We're gonna eventually have a membership where we're looking for 50 founders at $50 or a month or $500 for the year. And then it'll go up to $100 a month. So there's a lot of good things happening. We're excited for 2024, and we're starting 2024 early. So
there you go. I was thinking this morning for me that there should be one more last thing I do to set the year on fire for 2023 before I let it go. I haven't figured out what that is yet. Maybe it's nothing, because I've had a plentiful year. I've started a lot of new things and carried a lot of new things. And oh my goodness, I have met so many wonderful people and have connected and networked, and right on the edge of that collaboration is just building and building and building with others. And I love when that happens. So yeah, I don't know what, I just feel like there's something unfinished that I need to do. Whatever that is, I guess the good Lord, the good being around me will let me know. But for this week, I'm going to, be with family on starting Wednesday and then Tuesday, and we'll see what the week finishes out. I'm sure I'll be tired, but exhausted, but happy. So I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. If you have not saved the chat, the 3 little dots at the bottom, click on it, says save chat. Please go to your social media and the members group and post what you've learned, what we did, what your expectations are, what you're doing for the rest of the year, and let people know, because, find your people and let them be your cheerleaders. So yes. And if you need me for anything, just Facebook or LinkedIn, and I'm running. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jocelyn.
You're welcome.